Hi everyone, it's Cindy. I am at the studio today. It is the Monday after Christmas, and I am not feeling it today. Isn't that funny? I got here about an hour later than I had intended to, and I've just been trying to get some inspiration. So I thought I would share with you kind of some of the things that I do when I'm trying to get some inspiration. It doesn't help that I have a headache right here in my sinuses this morning, and I'm tired because I had a live sale last night for my other channel, Mimi's Treasure Cottage. So I didn't get home until after 9:30, and what winds up happening is, I don't know if you're like me, but I had to unwind. So I watched TV, I did some things, and I went up to my room, and finally I was watching a video and I fell asleep. But then I slept a little bit longer than I should have today, and I don't know, you guys know how it is. So yeah, I'm just feeling a little blah today. Anyway, so I thought I would kind of share with you my process. So I decided, you know what, I don't have any motivation to do anything, so maybe I'll just sit here and look through some old magazines to see if I can get some inspiration. So I have some old, these are like 12 years old, these magazines. A friend of mine gave them to me, and so I was just kind of flipping through the pages here to see if I could find anything. And this pink one actually did find a few things that kind of sparked my my muse a little bit. Unfortunate thing is sometimes when I try to gain inspiration that way, what happens is I'm inspired to try something, and then I don't have the right materials here. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. Anyway, so that's one way that I try to gain inspiration. My internet is a little screwy here at the studio, so my other way of doing inspiration is to try to watch some videos or go through Pinterest or something like that, just to spark my creative spirit. But the other thing that I did was I have a whole box full of things that I have intended to go through and to sell or whatever. They're pictures, old vintage pictures. And sometimes they can spark some creativity in me. So I thought I would show you what I was looking at, just because they're fun. And hopefully I'm showing them in the right place. So there's this old picture from, what is that, 1918, an old family reunion. I love the flag in that. So I had it set aside to scan before I part with it, just because I think some of the people in the picture, if I can zoom in on them, I think that's very cool. This would also look really good in a like a 4th of July or a Memorial Day vignette. Let me show you some of these pictures. I thought they were really fun. I have a whole box of photos from an estate sale, and the people had pictures of their like lake house. So there's a lot of pictures like this. People on boats, and this isn't exactly a great picture of her. Sometimes I can scan them though and clear them up just a little bit, add some contrast and whatever. I don't know how I'll use that. There's a lot of ways that I use old pictures in art. I've sewn them to things. I've made fabric collages out of them. You can look back in my past videos and you might see. You can actually stamp on them, so you can collage these down to a paper and you can actually paint and stamp over top of them. So, there's different ways to use them. But this picture I just showed you actually has 1940 written on the back, which I think is kind of cool. But there's a lot of these types of pictures, and these actually, when I was going through them, they spoke to me, strangely enough, even though they are very plain. But they did. They spoke to me. So I might use those in some fashion, you know, even maybe later today. Maybe I'll just work in my art journal or something. I don't usually work in there, but the goal is here at the studio, since I'm paying for the space, is to try to create art every day in some fashion. So I guess not every day I'm going to make a masterpiece. I guess not every day I'm going to make something even that I can sell. But I need to do something here today. It's, what time is it? I have the clock tower right out here. It's like 11:25. I had kind of planned to do art related stuff until about 1 o'clock. And then I need to start working on finishing up my sale from yesterday. So, I have plenty of administrative stuff to do. I really like these old, pictures where they're not all the way to the edge, and then so like you can see some of the, it almost makes me wonder if these people also had a dark room and did these themselves. Oh, here's another one. Look at the, just, you know, that blurring on the edge and doesn't go all the way to the end. Kind of like it. So many of them are of the lake, but this one I thought, it has this little boy with his dog. It's not a great picture. The people back then, even people now, it's something that you really have to work on. So maybe you even do this as well. This boy is the focal point of this picture, but they took the picture so far away that the boy is, you know, he's the focal point, but he's not, you can't really see him very well. So what you really need to do is, and especially like if you're traveling and taking pictures of old buildings and whatever like that, and you want to be in the picture, you need to stand close to the photographer so that you're close in the foreground and in focus, and then everything else is in the background. So just that little helpful hint as we're going through these pictures. I won't go through all of them. I did separate out a few of them. There's more of these. And I don't know. I like this one actually like really spoke to me. And I don't know if maybe I'll take it and paint the sky, paint the lake. I don't know. I don't know where my muse is going to take me. I don't even think I have a whole lot of paint stuff here. Like my mind is so tired that I'm having a hard time, like, I don't know if you've ever been there before. So I think about some of these ideas, but like the execution is like, I'm just tired and the execution of them. I like the lines on this. You wonder why I'm showing you. And more lake. Oh, lots of fish pictures. Lots and lots of fish pictures. Look at that. And again, this isn't the greatest picture. It's very faded, etc. But I might be able to make something out of that. Guys in a boat on the lake. Sometimes with all this extra space, this actually works well in an art journal or a piece, because this is your little focal point here, but you can use some of this space, like maybe on the water, to write things, you know, because nobody said you can't draw or write directly on these pictures. And this was interesting. I liked the contrast in this picture and the man and his dog. I like the rocks in the foreground. Again, it's not a terribly in focus picture, but, you know, I think it's kind of cool. This one's really fun. This one with the little boy and his fish. I like that. This is cool because, I mean, this can be used for so many different things. Because of the focal point there. And then I put aside a couple of these little teeny weeny pictures just because I thought they might be fun to make like a little color block collage, if you will, but instead of with colors, with photos. Yeah, because I have a few more of them. So, you know, like put them side by side and do something with them. Yeah, like I said, I just try to find inspiration in different places. There's a whole bunch of military pictures in here that may have been put in here from another score of photos, not related to the lake house. I don't know. But I really like the military pictures a lot. It's him. Our sailor. Cool, huh? I won't show them all to you. I like that he's saluting there. There's more of them. Here he is with his friend. Military pictures can actually be valuable on eBay. So I may glean my inspiration from these, copy them or whatever, and then sell them off on eBay. I like this. He and his buddy are up on rocks. This is cute. Look at her just chilling, leaning back. I don't know if it's good. It's not a terribly in focus picture, but I kind of want it to be where you can see. She's kind of sitting on the rock pile with her fishing pole. I think that's a fishing pole. I don't know. Look at these little kids. Look at them. Look at that little girl in the middle. She kind of looks like a little urchin. But I think these are kids at the, no, I thought maybe they were at the lake house, but it actually says on the back. It has writing on it. Here's dad and daughter in her bathing suit with a fish. Look at that fish. It's a pretty big fish. I like this one. So basically why I'm showing you these things is I find inspiration in old things. And so just going through, I like this picture. It's not very in focus, although my camera is not helping. So because I find inspiration in old things, that's why I was going through these pictures. Look at this fish picture. I love that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Actually, part of me was like looking at them thinking I could make stories out of them. Would be kind of cool. I like this for the church window. I mean, there's people in front of it, but I like that church window a lot. And then this is a good one. Whenever you find them where the subjects are in focus and close, that's always good. I have a couple really fun ones that I'm saving to show you later. So I want you to get bored with the pictures because there's some really cool ones coming up. Another fish one, more fish ones. This is a good fish one. Look at that picture. That's a good picture. Oh, here's a cute one. And this is a tiny, tiny picture, so I don't know how well it'll focus, but it's a guy on his tractor. I liked this picture of the lake with the boats on it. It's a Polaroid, because it says Polaroid on the back. And this is from 1954. It's written on the back. And it's Polaroid. And not a great Polaroid, but I really like the angle of the shot on this. I like the fact that their heads are cut off. I like that he's got his hands in the front like that. I just, that one's something that I might, and so you never know how the inspiration is going to hit you and what you're going to do with it. For instance, this picture of the fish they caught, you know, the inspiration may come in the lines. I mean, look at all the lines here. So I've got this hanging down here. I've got all the vertical fish. And then I've got the horizontal lines of the logs. There's a lot going on in this picture, even though you just see fish. So, you know, I could take that and work with that in some sort of abstract. But, you know, I just thought I would give you guys a little insight into finding inspiration, you know. Because sometimes it's that elusive inspiration that is a problem. So here's a lot of nothing, but like I said before, I kind of like when they have a lot of empty space, because like I could write something there, you know. And then you've got your two little focal points of the kids in the tubes, which is fun. And then you've got these people in the back of the boat with all this stuff in the foreground. I think that's a kind of a neat picture. And these aren't fish. He hunted these. I think they're geese or something. But look at the old car. So I'm always attracted to old cars as well. I don't draw cars real well. I feel like I almost need to go and take a class on drawing cars, because I went to how many years ago was it? At least 3, maybe more than that. it was in 2017. I went to Chicago for the name's going to escape me. Urban Sketchers, their international event in Chicago. And I took a class by a guy, and one of the things we were doing was drawing street scenes. I discovered I had a really hard time with the proportions of a car. But this is not a car. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I like that. I am always attracted to baby pictures. So if you give me an old vintage baby picture, I'm going to love it. Look at the pram that he's sitting in. That's really cool. He or she, we don't know. Look at this old guy. Look at him with his beard. Love that. More fish pictures. Here's another one of those blurred edge pictures. I don't know why I really like that. It almost looks like an outhouse. It is an outhouse. We're just taking a picture of you standing in front of the outhouse. Oh, that's great. I love that. In front of the outhouse. I'm going to cry now. Not. Okay. Many of you are new over here on my art channel. Those of you that know me from my other channel may understand this. So my sinuses are already messed up. And they very well could be messed up from last night, because whenever I get animated, laughing, excited, or whatever, the sinus pressure builds and it causes my eyes to water. And then it causes my nose to get stuffy and run. I don't know how that's a thing. But anyway, so just explain that to you, why I'm crying. All right, so sometimes animals can give some inspiration. I thought that was cute. And this is an example of a good picture taking thing. They put the animal in the foreground so that he's, I love the contrast on this. Not a great picture, but look at those subjects and the contrast on that picture. So sometimes, again, like, you never know how the inspiration is going to hit you. So, I mean, not that it has, but look at the lines on this. I really like the line right here. I don't know why I like that. And I like the contrast. So we've got this line going on here, and we've got this line here, and this space there. I don't know why they're speaking to me. Like this vintage picture of the family. And look at this lady here. She's in other pictures too. She is large. And I'm only pointing that out. And it's probably large in comparison to everybody else. People back then were not large. But by and large, they were not large. Like I am today. They were not. This I hung on to just because of the flag. I don't know what I'll do with that. I love this little boy. Look at him. Look at how he's puffing out his chest to show his fish. Look at that. He's like, look at my fish. And anytime there's a group photo, I kind of like that. Especially if they're in focus. So not all of these are great pictures. This is people, and that's the lake house, I believe, in the background. All right, look at this boy. I have to keep looking at it to make sure. Look at this boy. Look at what he's wearing. Yeah, there's some inspiration there. I like this because I like this old guy. This is something that might be fun to paint. I'm not good with faces, but I could always do something abstract with that old man just sitting there looking back at the fish. I don't know. Here's a lady with the dog. My phone never likes to focus. Another group picture with a great old car in the background. Love that. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can gain some inspiration from finding out what inspires me. Another old car. Picture's in pretty good focus. I'm not sure if my phone is going to focus on it, but it's cool. I like all the lines down here in the front, and I keep looking at that, wondering if that was water. But I think I would be able to tell with this hose if the hose were in water. So I'm not exactly sure what that is that we're seeing. Maybe just sunlight dappled through the trees or something. I don't know. But those lines are what kind of got me interested. More people with fish. Lots and lots of people with fish. Here's another hunting picture. You like the barn siding on this one? This is great. Look at their overalls. Isn't that fun? And I like the contrast on this one. And I like the line here. So we've got her. We've got the two lines here. We've got this going on. We've got this line coming in this way. There's lots going on here. And then we've got this line over this way. Lots of stuff going on in that picture. For inspiration, anyway. I kind of like that picture, too, just for the picture's sake. More fish. These people are in bathing suits. I think all of these pictures are from, like, the 1940s-ish era, 50s. Here's that same little boy, I think, holding a big fish. And a little girl and her fish. See her on the... She's fun. Oh, this is a good picture of the people doing their tubing. I like, she's very in focus and she's the focal point. And then you've got this whited out area back here. Like I said, this would be a great place to like write some stuff on. So that's kind of an inspiring photo to do stuff with. These ladies and their cats. I like his stance. I can get some inspiration from that. I love this. Look at these ladies here. Look at this one. Doesn't that remind you of Rosie the Riveter? Isn't that awesome? It's a pretty decent picture too. Again, I think any lack of focus could be my camera. Look at this baby. I think many of you would like go gaga to have that quilt or blanket. Isn't that awesome? 8 months old. Helen. That's Helen. And she's 8 months in that picture. I love all the boats in this picture. And again, it's also for inspiration for shapes. Look at all these shapes going this way, like that. And you've got this line here, and then you've got this, you know, half circle there. I like the composition of that. I like this group photo. I like the barn in the background. It's unfortunate that his face is obscured, but I like that. Look at what they're wearing in this one. Look at this one. Speaking of what they're wearing, look at what she's wearing. Isn't that cute? Okay, here's that lady again that I was telling you was rather large. And this is a really good picture of her. Now, by today's standards, she's really not that big. But when you put her next to a beanpole like this, and that's the way most people were in that era, she looks rather large. Cool picture. Very cool picture. I love this picture. Look at him in front of the car. He almost looks like he's on safari, doesn't he? Love that. I love that. Awesome picture. Awesome, awesome picture. Now I'm going to show you this one because I think there's another one in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Okay. Doesn't it look like there's people here? Can you see it? I'm flipping through there and it looks like there's people there. And when I'm looking at it from behind, it almost looks like there's a little guy holding a pennant right there. Oh, and I don't see it when I'm looking at it straight on. This one was just a really bizarre picture to me. Kind of cool. My ghost picture. What she's picking off of his back. Is she popping zits? Did she find leeches? What is she doing to him? I don't know. I thought it was interesting. But she's very intent on whatever it is that she's doing. This is a nice picture. Look at this one with the guy. Is it going to focus on it? It's not. I don't know. I think most of that's my camera. See him? He's with the dog and the little baby. Cute. Another group picture with the car. Look at that. I love that. Very casual with the car. I love the lines of this. Look at this fence. Isn't that cool? I love that. And here's another, I think. I've shown you one similar with the rocks and the guy and the dog. I like that. Here's another one for the inspiration of these lines here. You've got these lines here, and then you've got these people here. I like those shapes. And this is just a fun picture. I don't know if you can see it, them sitting there by the water. So we'll see if I can get anything out of these. So this is the lake house. I got a good picture of the lake house. And I like the lines here and the boats. So we got the lines here, we got a line here, and some lines here. I like the composition of that. And then I just show you another picture of their lake house. Since you're seeing all the pictures. I so wish this one was in focus. The little girl sitting on that amazing old car. It's not in focus. I wish it were. It's so good. Look at this one. Look at her. I don't know if it'll focus. She's sticking her tongue out. It's awesome. Now this is another one of those kind of pictures. When they're off to the side like that, it lends for a lot of possibilities for this space here. And you've got this space divided into thirds, which is awesome. And it's divided into thirds this way too, which is an artistic element. And then I thought I'd show this to you because they have this. I don't know why they have the X there, as if to show that that's the house. But it says Bob's Lake. 1940, what did I say, 1948. Kind of cool. All right, so I have some that are unrelated to the lake. First of all, I have some of their negatives, and these are fun to use in things. I say they're fun to use in things. I've never actually used one in things, but I want to use them in things. And remember, I've got some good ones I'm saving for the end, so just so you're aware, keep that in mind. But I love to pick up these old cabinet cards and stuff. Sometimes I'll use these for book covers and I'll make little books out of them. Got some more of them. Guy with his fun mustache. I love baby pictures. And this would be good in a book. Look at her sad face. Doesn't she look like she's just had a really rough life? Isn't that one? It wants to focus. He looks wistful, longing, looking off to the side. And that's another thing that can kind of, looking through pictures, if you're looking for inspiration, that's something that can give you inspiration too. If you look at an old photo and you imagine what their thoughts are, and that can take you down a path of inspiration. I love this family photo. Cool. This one's very faded, but I love her outfit. I don't know if it will focus enough for you to see. I think this isn't the same woman, but wow. It can't be. I don't know, maybe it is, but I think this is earlier than the ones we were showing you. Look at how large this woman is. And the time this cabinet card was made, which is probably around, I'd say it was in the early 1900s. That's really, really uncommon. I love this lady's outfit. It's a very faded picture, but I love her little hat and her outfit. Look on that baby's face. What? And this guy, his eyes are going to bore a hole in your soul. He's like really looking at you like, I don't know if you can tell, but he's very in focus, but his eyes are very intense. No, baby picture. Cool, fun. This one's a shame. I like this picture a lot. This is awesome. This was taken in someone's home, and it's got a lot of damage to the picture. But let's see if you can see here. Is that the right side? Yeah. Look at the curtains on this window. I'm hoping that it'll focus enough for you to see it. Look at that. Awesome picture. And then look at this handsome guy. Look at him. So I also have in that box a little photograph album that I bought. And I think that this was in the same house. Yeah, because this looks like the same house. It looks like the same lake house. I think that lake house was in their family for a very long time. Because these predate, pretty sure that these predate those other pictures. So these are ancestors. But look at this page. Look at this page. And look at the bathing suits. I love this. This still isn't it, by the way. I'm saving the best for last. I love the sunset on that one picture. Let's see if there's anything else to show you. I like this picture here down at the bottom of him on the lake in the boat. Him or her, it could be a woman. This one here too. And I think that's it in there. But those are excellent. Those are really cool. But anyway, so like I told you, I saved the best for last. Look at this picture. Oh my word. Isn't that awesome? And look at the little toy she's got there. Isn't that fun? But this is an amazing picture. But this one beats it all. I love this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I absolutely adore that. Outstanding picture. So, anyway, it's noon now. I'm probably going to go and grab my lunch and sit here. And like I said, I think I'm going to just try to slap something down, do something. I may or may not show you at the end what I came up with, but this won't be a process video this time because I just don't even know if I'm going to process anything. But I do hope that my little journey with you on how to find some inspiration in things will, you know, maybe if you have that block, maybe it'll jumpstart some ideas for you so that you can get over that little lack of inspiration yourself. Okay, so I used this picture as my inspiration, and I don't know if you'll be surprised because I haven't been posting so much on this channel, so you may not know, but I was surprised at where my muse took me today. So I used that as inspiration, and this is what I wound up doing. So I'm surprised because sketching is usually the last thing that I want to do. But strangely enough, that's where I was drawn by the inspiration today. So anyway, I hope that you gleaned something out of my explanation of getting beyond the doldrums and the inability to get motivated. And maybe it'll help you get motivated in the future. If you're new to my channel, I am a mixed media artist. I have just come out into my own studio. I have not even yet opened my studio and gallery area to the public yet. I'm still working, trying to have things to sell. I also am a vintage reseller, so my space also includes vintage items that I do resell. Those vintage items twice a month on my other channel, Mimi's Treasure Cottage, on the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month. I just had a sale, as I mentioned before, yesterday. So those are some things to check out. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I am getting ready, since now I have the studio, to start publishing more often on this channel. So you'll see more content from me. And, you know, hopefully it's things that you will enjoy. So thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.